DEA agents arresting more than 100 migrants during a raid on an underground nightclub in Colorado.
Doug Luzader is joining us from Washington with all the details. Good morning, Doug.
And Carly and Todd, good morning. This was a dramatic raid over the weekend. More than 100 people detained from this underground nightclub in Colorado Springs, including alleged illegal immigrants and U.S. service members. This is how it all played out.
This is the DEA. All aspects of the structure. Exit the structure with your hands up.
You see all the people streaming out of the club there. It's a big operation. It included some 300 law enforcement officers from at least 10 federal agencies. In addition to the illegal immigrants, the DEA says more than a dozen active duty U.S. service members were also detained, some of whom were said to be working security. The agency also says the club has been linked to gang members from Tren de Aragua and MS-13. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi posted this on X. This morning, the DEA apprehended over 100 illegal aliens at an underground nightclub frequented by Tren de Aragua and MS-13 terrorists. Cocaine, meth, and pink cocaine seized. 2 people were also arrested on existing warrants. As we approach his 100 days in office, President Trump's directive to make America safe again is achieving results. And let's take a look at what that building looks like after the raid. You see it boarded up there. We may hear much more about this through the course of the morning. In about 2 hours and 15 minutes, there's going to be a joint briefing from White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt and Border Czar Tom Homan. Todd and Carly.
And not only that, Attorney General Pam Bondi is also going to be on Fox and Friends later this morning with all the latest details on this raid and so much more. So stick around for that. Doug Luzader live for us in Washington.
Thanks,
Doug, thank you. Let's bring in John Fabbricatore. He is the former head of ICE in Denver and a Heritage Foundation visiting fellow. And he, of course, joins me now. John, good morning to you. The sheer number of people involved in this raid, 300 law enforcement officers from 10 different agencies arresting 114 illegal immigrants, some of them with serious criminal records. The numbers here stand out to me. What stands out to you regarding this?
Well, yeah, the numbers are incredible, but this is the second club that the DEA has raided since January with a large number of illegal immigrants. This operation was very well planned, very well coordinated by multiple agencies. It was not leaked, which is great because we had a leaked operation here in Colorado. And, showing the DEA taking this down with all these multiple agencies is absolutely a good thing.
I also want to get your take on a situation that unfolded in Washington, D.C. Of all the idiotic things an illegal immigrant could do, one of them allegedly stole DHS Secretary Kristi Noem's purse. He was arrested on Saturday, allegedly a serial criminal from Chile, racking up over 20 theft charges in just about 5 months. His co-conspirator was arrested yesterday. Here is Tom Homan on that.
If you're going to rob from the Secretary of Homeland Security, that means you're going to do just about anything. So he picked the wrong target. They got right on it. He's now arrested. He'll be held accountable. Secretary Noem is a no-nonsense secretary, and she's going to continue to enforce the law. So I think this is a pure example of illegal aliens committing crimes across the cities, big and small.
U.S. Attorney Ed Martin came out and said that Kristi Noem was likely targeted not because of her position as DHS secretary, but because she did have a luxury handbag with her. But imagine being these two people the moment they realized that they messed with the wrong person. So your thoughts on this situation?
So this looks like it was a South American theft group. We've had some issues, with them throughout the United States. And, this guy just saw a target of opportunity, which is incredible that he targeted our Secretary Kristi Noem for Department of Homeland Security. She has a protection detail. We don't know if it was there with her or not. But he was able to abscond with her bag from inside of a restaurant that she was in. This just goes to show the level of crime that these illegal aliens are willing to go to get what they want.
Yeah, and then another big news item when it comes to illegal immigration is what's going on in our court systems. There have been a lot of rulings against the Trump administration. One judge was recently arrested for trying to shield an illegal immigrant from ICE. So what are your thoughts on that element of what's going on right now and how detrimental that will ultimately be to President Trump's agenda in getting illegal immigrants out of this country?
These judges need to realize that the Immigration Nationality Act was voted in by Congress, that it is the law of the land. And what President Trump is trying to do right now is just have that law enforced. He's trying to make communities safer. These renegade judges that are going out there and trying to shield illegal criminal aliens, illegal aliens that have been convicted of crimes before, that have been deported from the United States before. All President Trump is trying to do is keep our communities safer, and you know, these judges need to be sat down and explained to what the law actually is.
Well, while all of this is going on, the numbers at the border in terms of illegal crossings is at an all-time low, so that will ultimately take some of the heavy lifting off the shoulders of ICE agents. John, thank you so much for joining us.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.